The kidney failure. The causing of the kidney failure majorly who are suffering from for the diabetes and who are fluctuation of the blood pressure, who are effects of the fluctuation of the blood pressure. The high BP patients and diabetic patients are majorly effects of the kidney failure. So that is the kidney failure. Now we are discussing about the artificial kidney. Artificial. So what is an artificial kidney? This is also act like a kidney. But we are what is that, in the dialysis process? We are elimination. We are nothing but in the dialysis process. This blood is directly introducing into the machine. The machine is completely separation of uric and excess amount of the nitrogenous wastages to what is that, purification of the blood. So that is known as artificial kidney. So the artificial kidney is known as a dialysis. What is device? Dialysis device. That is known as a dialysis process. Very, very important. Dialysis. Dialysis. What is the dialysis? A purification of the blood from the nitrogenous wastages. So there is a two different type of dialysis process are there. First one is known as a hemodialysis process. Second one is known as peritoneal dialysis process. Okay, are you here? The peritoneal, retroperitoneal organ in first year, retroperitoneal organ. Are you here? The peritoneal system dialysis. The peritoneal dialysis is commonly known as a continuous amplifying. What is that? Peritoneal dialysis. First one is two dialysis processes are there. First one is dialysis process. Two are there. First one hemodialysis. Hemodialysis. Second one is continuous amplify peritoneal dialysis. The two processes are there. In our textbooks, they are giving only one process is known as a hemodialysis, but we are discussing the two processes. The hemodialysis, nothing but blood, dialysis nothing but purification. The hemodialysis process, it is who are suffering for kidney failure. Those patients are ready to, there is elimination of excess amount of the nitrogen from their body. The using of this device is known as a hemodialysis process. Let's see the hemodialysis process. First one, hemodialysis process. This hemodialysis process, the patients are going to hospitalization. In this process, they are went to the hospital. Nothing but the hospitalization was must. First one, hospitalization. They are collecting blood from which blood vessels? From the arteries. They are collecting blood from the patients from the arteries to the machine. So this machine is known as a hemodialysis machine. So the blood collecting into the machine. Clear? Yes. Pumping. Nothing but machine. Nothing but these are pumping into machine. So this one of the tube, it is inserting into their arm or remaining any organ from the arteries region. So this is pumping into blood, pumping blood into machine. Into machine first. So this, what was this pump? Is pumping into blood into machine when it is reaches into one chamber. First it is reaches into first. The pump leads into one chamber. The chamber is consistence of anticoagulant factor. Anticoagulant factors are there in this chamber. First chamber there is in the first chamber. When it is reaches into the first chamber sorry, this first chamber, the blood will become cold, converts into cold. The blood will become converts. The blood is enters into the first chamber. The blood is enters into the first chamber. So the blood temperature will become reduced approximately 0 degrees centigrade. The blood temperature will become reduced. Why? Because if the blood temperature will become reducing into 0 degrees centigrade, if it is there is any microbial agents or microorganisms are there, so these activities are will become, what is that, reducing. So these actions are will become reducing in the 0 degrees centigrade. First chamber is reducing of blood temperature, reducing of the blood temperature from 37 degrees centigrade to 0 degrees centigrade. There is pumping into blood into first chamber. First chamber. So now after these are leads into second one. So the second chamber consistent of anticoagulant hormone, anticoagulant factors are there. As in what is that, fluids and circulatory system. When the rupturing of our, injuring our body, so the blood is comes out of our body, the clotting mechanism was occur. So the blood is comes into pump. The blood is comes into pump. When the clotting mechanism was slowly start. So when it is enters into the pump region, the clotting mechanism was occur. So the blood is will become clot. So the what is that? There is no dialysis process was occur. So when the second chamber, it is injecting the second chamber, when it the blood was when it is enters into the second chamber, they are injecting anticoagulant factor. When it is injecting which one? Anticoagulant factor. That injects anticoagulant, anticoagulating factor. Which one anticoagulant factor? We know that heparin. Heparin is an anticoagulant factor. So the heparin was injected into bloodstream. Let's see the, yes, the blood was mixed with the heparin, so there is no clotting process was occur. So the blood is always in what is a fluid in nature. There is no coagulation. There is no semi-fluid. There is no semi-fluid. So next one, this chamber leads into device. Which device? Hemodialysis device. First chamber is completely collecting the blood from the patient, from the arterioles to first chamber. The first chamber, that the blood temperature will become reduced approximately 0 degrees centigrade. So in this condition, the microbial agents and microbial activities will become reducing in this condition, in this first chamber. Next one, it is reaches into the second chamber. The second chamber containing what are the heparin, anticoagulant factors are there. These are directly injected into bloodstream to prevent of blood clotting. Next one, this device is directly connects into device. So the device consistent of more number of the chambers. More number of the chamber means the branching chambers are there. The device containing 4 branching, 3 to 4 branching chambers are there. Three to four branching chambers are there. Yes. Clear. So 3 to 4 branching chambers are there. When the blood is enters into the hemodialytic, what is that device? The blood will spreads into the all chambers. All chambers. When it is spreads into the all chambers, next one, in this region containing one of the opening, that is known as a input dialytic. What is the input dialytic? Input dialysate. Input dialysate or nothing but input dialysate. Input dialysate or dialysate. Input dialysates are also releasing into device region. That is one of the fluid. The fluid is also comes into the device region. The blood is enters into the device, and along with some amount of the dialysate also releasing. Dialysate also releasing into which region? Device region, hemodialytic region. Both blood and dialysate both are there in device. What is that? Blood and dialysate also there in bloodstream. So the blood pH, the blood contains very very important. The blood containing excess amount of the urea. The pH is approximately less than 7 pH, and uric acid. Uric acid. What is that? Hippuric acid. And what is that? Hippuric acid, and creatine was there. Creatine. So these are there in blood. But the dialysate contains equal composition of the blood. Nothing but these are also consistence of same pH, but exception of the urea, uric acid, hippuric acid, and creatine. The same pH, same ionic component, same pH and same ions. Same pH, same ions, equal ions are there. So the dialysate and blood both have same pH. So in this condition, in this region, so the blood, the dialysate both are together. So the blood is directly releasing nothing but diffusion of urea into dialysate region. Diffusion of the urea into dialysate region. Why? Because the what is that excess amount of the urea was leads into the lower level of the dialysate region. So in the dialysate region have one of the membranes. These membranes are called as cellophones. These are semi-permeable and semi-transparent. So the blood containing more amount of the urea and uric acid. So these are diffusion from the blood to dialytic state through the cellophone devices, cellophone membrane. What are they? This is the blood. The blood containing more amount of the urea. So this is known as what is that? Dialysate. So the dialysate is continue flowing on bloodstream, continue flowing on device. So what is that? This dialysate and blood both are same composition, but the dialysate absence of this excretory wastages. So the blood containing more amount of the excretory wastages. So this nature of the fluids from the high to low. So there is a high pressure was there in bloodstream. So the urea and uric acid was enters into the dialysate through the cellophone membrane. Cellophone membrane is a permeable and a transparent membrane. So it is collecting of which one? The cellophone membrane. It is one of the device. It is one of the membrane. The membrane is collecting urea and uric acid in which region? Hemodialytic region. Dialytic device region. So they are collecting after. So this, which one? The urea and uric acid was both are stored by storing into particular pouches. This is known as the output dialysate. After continuous flowing of the dialysate into the bloodstream, it is separation of the urea and uric acid. So the urea and uric acid was completely diffusion into dialysate fluid. So the blood will become purified. So the dialytic state is carries what is the uric acid? Nitrogen species carried out through the what is the dialytic out. Next to the purified blood. The purified blood reaches into the last chamber of the dialytic state. So this last chamber is called as inject the heparin. It is anticoagulant, anti-heparin. This is known as anti-heparin. They are inject heparin. These are injecting heparin. So and finally leads into the human veins. The veins to heart. right chamber of the heart after these are purified. After these are purified. Are you clear? This is known as a very expensive and the patients needs hospitalization. Okay, this is a very large device. So the patients completely they are there in hospitalization. This complete process complete within 4 to 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours. So this very accurate to elimination of nitrogenous wastages. First one, the hemodialysis. Hemo means blood. Dialysis means elimination. That what is the removing. So the patients who are affecting from kidney failure, those patients are what is that? They enters into the hospitalization. So they are collecting blood from their arterioles. The arterioles to the pumping of the blood into machine. That machine is known as a dialytic machine. So first the what is that? Blood is enters into the first blood pumping chamber. So the pumping chamber to first chamber. The first chamber, the blood temperature will become gradually decrease, not continuous decrease. The gradually decreasing of the blood temperature approximately 0 degrees centigrade. After these, what is the importance? If the blood temperature will become 0 degrees centigrade in this condition, the microbial activities will become reduced. So there is no fusions, there is no development of the microorganisms. So this blood, which one? The 0 degrees centigrade, this blood is enters into the second chamber. The second chamber have anticoagulant factor. So that is known as a anti-heparin. So the heparin, is useful for the prevents of coagulation of the blood. So next, this blood is directly which one? Heparin is injected into the blood. There is no clotting was occur. So these which one? The blood is directly enters into the device region. The device containing more number of the branches or chambers are there. So first one, the blood was when it is enter, the simultaneously the dialysate is also releasing into what is that? Hemodialysis region. The blood and hemodialysis regions are both are together. So these are two are same composition. But the dialysate absence of nitrogenous wastages, but the blood is containing more amount of the nitrogenous wastages. So we know that what is the nature of the fluid from the low to high level. So these are containing high concentration was there in the blood. The dialysate have a low concentration. When these the dialysis containing the cellophones are there, these divide containing more number of the membranes. These membranes are called as the cellophones. These cellophones are useful for collecting nitrogenous wastages. So these are permeable and semi-transparent. So the what is the urea, uric acid and hippuric and creatines are both are dissolved into dialytic state through the cellular membrane. So, cellular membrane nothing but cellophone membrane. So these after these are continuous process of what is that? Dialysate. So these are elimination of the complete nitrogenous wastages from their body blood. So next one, these are completely comes out through the one of the last opening known as the output dialysate. So the output dialysate containing huge amount of approximately 99.9% of the nitrogenous wastes are completely eliminated. So these are consistent of huge amount of the nitrogenous wastes are there in which region collecting in the pouch region of the output dialysis slate. Next one, after the elimination the blood will become purified. Means there is no nitrogenous wastes. 0.1% of nitrogenous wastes are there, but not never harmful our body. So these are directly leads into another chamber. Another chamber is known as a heparin. The heparin also prevents of blood clotting. Next one leads into human beings. Okay, clear?